Hey, good day everyone. Today I was invited na maging isa sa mga session judges or panel sa isang international research presentation. Ito yung second international virtual conference on development education 2021. So actually this is my second time na ma-invite as a research panelist sa isang international research conference. So to give you an idea, lalo na doon sa mga researchers someday na gusto mag-present international or kahit national level lang dito sa Philippines din. Um, Papakita ko sa inyo kung paano yung proceedings ng isang presentation. So anyways, actually yung institution na involved or yung group behind sa isang international presentation, nagbibigay sila ng mga ah, parts na dapat mo lang i-present. So, usually IMRAD format and then yung mga basic parts lang. So, hindi mo kailangan i-discuss na for example, you're going to present chapters 1 to 5 ng isang Germanic na format ng research. So, dito papakita ko sa inyo na isang presentation siya from a Filipino professor sa United Arab Emirates. So, yung study niya, ipipresent niya today, February 25. So, panoorin niyo kung paano yung proceedings para balang araw malay niyo sasali kayo. So, at least meron na kayong idea, 'di ba, kung paano mag-prepare, uh, kung paano yung proceedings, kung paano yung magiging exposure niyo. So, usually limited lang naman siya sa 15 to 20 minutes na presentation. And then merong 10 to 15 minutes din ng Q&A, pero hindi naman yung entire 15 minutes is sa'yo lang uubusin. So, actually, 3 sessions to. Yung unang group, composed of 4 presenters, and then another 4 sa set B, and then set C, yung ongoing ngayon is, ano sila, 3 presenters. So, yung papakita ko sa inyo, yung last presenter today, di ba? And then, may konting Q&A portion ng mga judges na makikita nyo kung paano yung nangyayaring Q&A portion. And also, uh, sana, I'm hoping na maraming sasaling Filipino sa ganitong kind ng conference kasi platform siya, di ba, to showcase yung galing ng Filipino sa research. And actually, pag naupo ka sa mga ganitong international presentations, magiging proud ka talaga sa mga Filipino kasi talagang well-equipped and then knowledgeable talaga sa researches nila, including parts and then in presentation. Yung usually mga foreigners kasi ano lang nagbabasa sila, di ba? As is, kung ano yung nasa PowerPoint na pinapresent, yun lang siya. Filipino, maraming mga bulleted and then may sarili silang uh, style kung paano i-present. So, without further ado, panoorin nyo na yung sample video na to.
My name is Jeffrey Uy from the Philippine Christian University, currently working here in the United Arab Emirates from a leading real estate developer in the region. Now I'm here to present my paper entitled Determinants of Career Change of Overseas Filipino Professionals in the Middle East. And I'm pleased to inform you that this paper has been published already under the Middle Eastern Journal Development and Management. The lives of workers are changing in the global economy of the 21st century, and employees in modern organizations often feel less secure in maintaining long-term jobs. The notion of one-life career is no longer relevant. Understanding the phenomenon of career transition is becoming critical due to the changing nature of work. Career change is among the most critical decisions in a person's life. Despite these, there has been a limited understanding of the determinants of career change. Harrison added that career change is still not well understood in this modern day. In this study, I have used the integrated career change model by Rhodes and Dorings. In this model, the organizational factors and personal factors thus influence perceived fit. Individuals tend to change their careers when they feel dissatisfied. In the conceptual framework, framework, I have used the personal factors, which includes the demographic factors and the personality traits, and organizational factors, which covers job satisfaction and identifies determinants of career change. This study determines which of the independent variables, singly or in combination, predicts the determinants of career change of overseas Filipino professionals. This study uses the descriptive inferential method, wherein quantitative research is conducted to analyze data using SPSS and R software. The researcher collected survey responses for 150 overseas Filipino professionals taken from the active students of EPM and Associates using the online platform, the Google Form. The test of reliability for dependent variable, determinants of career change, yielded a Cronbach alpha of 0.9, indicating high reliability. Using our software, the sample size was computed where 77 responses were randomly selected. Respondents were randomly selected for testing. Interestingly, the findings showed that higher position found to be a significant predictor of career change. This means that employees with a higher position in the company, the greater the propensity that they will change their career. Personality traits are not a significant predictor of career change. This means that career change is not affected by personality traits. For job satisfaction, work at present job found to be a significant predictor of career change. This means that when people are satisfied with their present work, the more they will be ready for career change. When all the factors were analyzed, the current salary emerges as another significant predictor of career change. This means that when people are satisfied with their present work, they tend to have a decent and higher salary compared to their previous company. As a conclusion, people who have a higher position and have accumulated the substantial savings are more confident to change careers, to find new challenging roles and expectations. As a recommendation to have a better understanding on the lived experiences of people who experience career change, future researchers can conduct a mixed method study using sequential exploratory design. These are the references that were used in the study. This ends now my presentation. Thank you very much for listening.
We will now proceed to our uh, open forum. Could you ask first Dr. Jeffrey Uy, because he will be transferring after his questions to another session where he also have a paper. Any questions for Dr. Uy?
Dr. Russell,
Sir.
hi. I have one just a little concern of the study of Dr. Uy. Um, how many respondents were actually taken, Dr. Uy, from your study?
It's 77 respondents, Doc.
Respondents?
77.
77. And then, because career change, I noticed that career change is more of a characteristic for the newer generation, because the older generation is more aptly described as those who stick to
Your job.
to their careers, and yes, and they don't go into job hunting, and they don't hop from one organization to the other. The demographics, Dr. Uy, has something to do with it in your selection, or it has nothing to do with it. So that it's a mixture of the old and the new.
That's a good question, Doctor. Actually, this paper is a continuation of my earlier paper discussing about demographics. From the results of the demographics findings, it resulted that majority of the people who have experienced career change are coming from Generation X, actually, not the millennials,
Really?
but Generation X, ranging from 36 to
Okay.
45 years of age.
Very surprising. No, Dr. Uy.
Exactly. Yeah, it
Very
is.
surprising. So what's going to be the picture now? Because I understand most of these were actually from pre-COVID era, and with the COVID now setting in, what's going to be the picture of career change at present time? The pre-COVID and the pre-COVID is like that, but post-COVID perhaps. Do you think what will most likely be the picture, Dr. Ori? Although it's not part of your study, though, it's already out of the scope. But what will most likely be the picture of those who are actively part of the labor force post-COVID era?
Actually, I explained this one earlier. Either pre-COVID or post-COVID, this study still applies because at certain point in time in our career, we will change our direction or path, which is not part of our normal path career progression. So this study would like to tell the researchers or the to others that yes, we have to be prepared that at some point in time we have to change our careers.
And entrepreneurship is, or early retirement perhaps, is not part of the option.
It is part of the option. It is part of the option.
Okay. No other concerns. Thank you, Dr. Uy.
Thank you, Doc.
Sir Russell, can I ask Sir Uy?
Yes, you could, Doc.
Okay, good afternoon, Sir Uy. Dr.
Good afternoon,
Uy.
Doc.
Okay, I really commend you because I know you're a very well accomplished person. I was once also working in UAE before. I was a teacher in one of the international schools here, and I really have this. I salute to Filipino accomplished persons like you, sir. I am just curious
Thank you.
because you mentioned that mostly those workers who have high positions were likely the people who will have the career change. Am I correct, sir?
Yes,
Then so
you are correct.
I just want your insight because nowadays I know that although is it not the age or experience, because nowadays fresh graduates, they are like well equipped with soft skills and hard skills. You know, the trend nowadays, young people are better off in technical expertise. So how do you reconcile like its experience, the length of service will give you, of course, the hands-on knowledge, while those who are like new in the field, I mean, is it an advantage if you are this length of service as to your expertise, really, whether you are still young in the battlefield, in the actual work? May I know your insight on this, sir?
Actually, based on the demographics, majority of the respondents are coming from the managerial level who experience career change already.
Okay, so meaning to say like it does not matter about the factor.
Exactly.
Like okay, it's you are there in the actual real battlefield in UAE, so you mean to say it's
Yes.
not about the age, it's not about the gender, it's the ability. I think so, sir, right? Am I correct?
Exactly. And in fact, majority of the people who are working in the Middle East, in particularly United Arab Emirates, are coming from Generation X, actually.
Yeah, I know.
Just to
This
let you
is
know, yeah.
yeah, this is really very competitive. We are in this field like this length of time, but then suddenly one young person is there and he has all the skills, and this is crazy, very competitive. Thank you very much, sir, for that answer.
Thank you, ma'am.
Any more questions for Dr. Uy before we proceed? I think that's it for Dr. Uy. He could now be excused